All right, we're in Price, pre-ride, race 1 of 2025 NICA. Yeah, it's fast, flat, fun. I don't know. It's like the Spirit of Gravel, but sandy. Jackson has. So this is kind of the connector between the laps. We start right up there. Yeah, so start of the race is right there. Start, you'll come along here. I think the feed zone is right here. Owen demonstrating how to take a feed somewhat. I don't know what he's doing. He's rubbing his butt. But yeah, so start will come through here. And yeah, it's a pretty long start. It's flat. Yeah, I don't know, I don't got much for the start. It's soft on either side. We're gonna go here. It's a little bit softer. It's really dusty out too, so keep that in mind. Start with 80 people. You know, positioning is gonna be nice. Can't really determine a bunch here now, but we'll see what happens on race day. Oh, and describe the course in 3 words. He doesn't know how to.
Can they be automatopoeias?
Sure, go for it.
Wham! Whee!
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of effective. It's a flat, fast start. Stuttering. Also, yeah, hang on. Right line is better getting into single track up here. But yeah, flat, fast start, kind of rolls around, meanders in the valley, climb up, meander on the plateau, and rip it down into the finish. So yeah, right line is gonna be better to get into single track versus having to funnel in on the left side that I was on. Pretty fun little kind of bermy section to start single track off. Few little good berms. One big berm. And then yeah, back into a little bit more traverse, meandering up and along. And yeah, it'll be pinned pretty high through here, but we're all strong riders, so it'll be fine. A lot of good passing spots because it's just super wide and open. But yeah, it'll funnel in a little bit on these downhills, but if you're committed, you can still go. It's just soft, but take your pick. Meandering and berms. A lot of these berms, if you take the right approach in and you have your tire pressure dialed, honestly, not even really needing to brake. But, you know, whatever's the most comfortable for you as the rider and racer is what's going to be the best. So, I think tire pressure right now I'm running 19 and maybe 21, 22 in the back. Yeah, I'm not super hard, not super soft. Kind of happy medium.
I'm hard.
Owen's running higher pressures, but he's on a hardtail, so you know, he's also Owen, so. Definitely would be a fun course on a hardtail, I will say. Shout out Coach Pete for letting me steal his spark for the past few days. Thank you.
For sale?
Yeah, okay, well, Owen's being money, yeah, he wants to sell his hardtail. If anyone wants a hardtail, then you can talk to him about it. But yeah, I don't know, that's your pick. But yeah, fun course. As you can see, the dust kicking off his tire. That's one person. With there being like at least 5 people in front of you, then it will be really dusty. But you know, that's how it rolls. More fun little flowy downhill. Back up and meander along. There are a few little punches on this earlier part, but nothing huge. Could be a good spot to test the legs of your opponents, but I would not recommend going all in that early into the lap, just with how much flat there is. But if you get a gap off that and you feel good and they look to be just suffering, you know, it really comes down to the assessment of the current conditions. So hit the dirt road here, great spot to pass, take on some food, liquids, whatever you need. This is like the first really good section to do that, like for hydration and fueling of the lap. And you can still pass along through here. There are a few goat heads, not a lot, but just something to keep an eye out for, keep in mind. But you know, still soft as well on the sides, so really it's just how committed are you to make that pass. A lot of cornering, a lot of flat, dusty corners. So just being really comfortable with your bike and cornering is going to be really key. Little drop, very easy to roll. Just make sure you have weight back and you don't go too far forward with your weight and end up going over the front. But pretty manageable. Just be aware of that as you come through. Don't be like sitting on your stem or anything. You'll be fine. Back into some more meandering in the dust. This first section of the course will be really fast and really high paced. It's just so flat. Little drop down. You can pump all this stuff, get some free speed right there. Wide here as well if you want to make some passes happen. Little drop down there, kind of reminds me of some of the stuff we do in Round Valley. And back to meandering like normal. Super wide, So if you ever need to pass people, always a good opportunity. And then we're getting pretty close to another dirt road here where you can make some more moves if you need to. But a lot of these courses that we do with high school, it's really nice because it isn't super tight and narrow. Definitely some, like Beaver, will be a little bit more difficult to pass on, but a lot of them are super wide, super easy to pass on. All right, here's our next dirt road section. Really good spot to make a move. Take on some more food or water if you didn't at the last dirt road. I'd recommend locking out your suspension. Just get the optimum power transfer. But, you know, whatever's gonna float your boat is what's gonna work best. So. Starts to ramp up a little bit here. Then we'll stick back into single track here pretty soon. Back to single track. Reopen the suspension. Fun little popper. So here's kind of one of the more technical areas, just with the rocks. And then hit these few berms, but shouldn't be too hard. We've ridden harder things everyone has in practice, so you guys will be all good with that. That's like the first kind of technical spot, I guess I would call it, where it's just you need to be a little bit more deliberate with line choice. Can't just mindlessly ride like how you are here more. Another important thing with just these flatter races where we're all going to be in big groups is practice kind of looking around the rider in front of you. That way you know what's coming up. If there's a corner and they blow through it, hopefully you won't, because you know it's there. And boom, free spot to make up right there. Random rusty part, I don't know what that's from. Let's see, what are other important things to know about this race? It'll be hot. It's not terrible right now, I guess like mid 80s temperature wise, but race day could get up into the 90s, so just heat management is going to be really important. Pre-hydrating, that'll be a big one. Yeah, like at the nutrition talks, they're talking about being properly fueled, so having good food going into the race. Eat clean, eat healthy, drink lots of water, have the electrolytes you need, kind of things like that. Then race day, you know, keeping yourself out of the heat as much as possible. Doesn't mean sit in the air conditioner or in a dark room all day, but like, you know, find shade when you can. Kind of hard with there being very few trees, but when you can, find some shade. Be sure you're drinking water, hat, sunscreen, you know, kind of like the things that your parents tell you to do. It's almost like they were right. In this case, it'll make you faster. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we will have, I think we'll have some cooling towels that you can have while you're warming up. That'll help you put that over your head, keep your head cool. You know, it's a nice one. Have a little slushy going into a race. You know, get a little bit of sugar, and it helps drop your core body temperature down. Never second, make some really nice ice shells. I think there's 60 grams of carbs in them. Stick them in the freezer. Really nice. They're like a slushy that you have in staging. I'll probably be doing that. Cold water is nice. We'll have dump bottles. Yeah, I don't know. It's really just do what you can to stay cool, because you're gonna get hot out here. There's like very little shade and all the course is exposed. Like, I mean, this climb, this is kind of like the crux, you could call it, of the race. Steeper punches and it's exposed. So great spot to put a big attack in. Yeah. It's steep, it's explosive. So and when you get to the top of this climb here, kind of meanders a little bit. It's nice, it's open. You can see, kind of see the field down there with the other switchbacks. See the rest of them out there in the meadow. You know, it gives you a good idea of where you are. Here's the last little bit of the climb. It'll flatten out a little bit. Kind of meander on this plateau a little bit. Last little push here, this kick there, and then a little kick up here. Now you're kind of at the top, flat plateau area, but it'll meander around. On your left. Have a good one. Have a good one, y'all. So now we're kind of at the top. A few little rocks. Just don't be lazy with the line, you'll be all right. Go over or through. Yeah, there are a few little things like that up here, but nothing terrible. And again, just kind of meanders along this plateau, a lot like in the valley area, but yeah, so if you launch an attack on that climb, do not recover through here, because you will get caught and the effort will be for nothing. You're going to be still probably pushing pretty hard through all of this just to make that gap stay and hopefully grow. And then if you need to pass people to chase an attack, then yeah, it's super wide. A few little spots like here where it's like obstruction. Not great, but it pops right back open. They have this full left side. So if you can't pass in that exact moment, there are other spots too. Or, you know, you just ask to pass and they should let you pass, because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. So kind of hit the back point of this plateau. And we'll start to loop around a little bit more, come towards the other side. We got Michael Zymek sending messages. Shout out to Michael, going to Europe. Shout out to our own Park City teammate, Addison Lumberg. She's going to Europe to race. That's pretty sweet. That's hard to do. Yeah, so shout out to her if you see her. Congratulations, Addie. You're very strong, doing a great job this season. Yeah, well, we're about to start our season. I mean, here's pre-ride number 1. Here are the parental units. Yeah, so as we go into this first race, you know, like, have a goal of what you want to do. You know, do I want to finish? Do I want to get top 25, top 10? Do I want a podium? Do I want to win? Have that goal in your mind and visualize it. From this video to if you come out and pre-ride, visualize each step that you need to take. Visualize every corner. Visualize, like, every night when you're going to bed, you're just thinking corner, corner. Picture yourself being successful, because if you can think it, you can do it. So, you know, it's just being mindful of it, like being aware it's there, and then control it. It's your reality in your head. Control it. Make that reality in your head. Make it the reality in reality. God, I don't know what I'm saying with that, but you get what I'm getting at, hopefully. Let's see, we're getting towards some more technical stuff. We just hit some more rocks along this back portion, but yeah, some rocks, and then we hit it downhill. But beside that, just more of the same, flat, dusty, windy. So I really like it. It's kind of like gravel racing, kind of like road racing, but also very much a mountain bike like. So it's gonna be very tactical, I think, for racing. You know, having a friend to draft with, trade bullets, that'll be really important. You know, communication with those riders. Like, hey, like, let's push this aspect here. We can make up time on the guy up the front there, and things like that. But do not chase your teammates. And like, if your teammate launches an attack, you don't want to chase them down, because then you're towing a bunch of other competitors, and then your teammate just spent a match trying to get a gap. You spent a match chasing him down. Now you're giving these people a free ride to catch you. So, and it just kind of counters the tactic, and now you did nothing. So it's be aware, have a plan going in if you can. That's always nice. But if you don't, then it's got to think smart and on the fly. As we hit some of these rock sections. On your right. Thank you. So yeah, there will be a few of these spots where, as you saw there, you can pass. It's just communication. Be aware of your surroundings. Another rock. So I don't know, that first of the step-ups might be closed off, but that second one I think will be open. And if you're comfortable with it, I would say take that line. Just pop your front, and then it's a bunny hop, really. Pop the front up it, and then just bring the back end over it. So if you can do that, you'll be fine. If you don't feel comfortable, nothing's wrong with sessioning that. And you just don't know if you'll have it dialed for the race, then go around it. Nothing wrong with that. Not great line in that corner on my end, so My apologies. Parental units again. But here's like your last chance to pass really before you get into the downhill. Honestly, you probably could pass in the downhill. It's wider. Don't know if it's a great idea, but you could do it. Depends on how committed and how dire the need is. So, and definitely communicate on the downhill if you're gonna pass. It's like, it's wide and it wouldn't work. Oh, lovely SRAM brakes. I mean, it's wide, but it's soft, so just take your own risks. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out for passing. Like, don't sacrifice your race to someone else's by trying to make up one spot. Like, you can pass here, and really, yeah, just, you know, it's be smart. Risk management will be kind of the biggest thing with that. So that will not be open, I can tell you that. This last berm, just ride it high, and then it's going to be a drag strip. It's going to finish just full power, everything you got. And finish will be somewhere around here. I don't know where exactly, but so yeah, you want to hit that corner in the lead if you're going into sprint, because yeah, it's hard to get around. Then you'll rip this right turn and into your next laps. So that's about all we got. Price 2025 NICA course. Good luck everyone, have fun.